Is everyone stuffed from Thanksgiving? No? Too soon? Too late? What's up, Fin fans? It's that time of the week. I haven't done this in a week because we're on a bye. But let's get into the 5 things the Dolphins need to do to beat the Indianapolis Colts. But first, I always got some tidbits for you fellas. So let me give you some tidbits. First things first, Zach Thomas is a semifinal for getting into the Hall of Fame, which is pretty cool. Brian Urlacher got in before Zach Thomas, and there's that whole debate about Brian Urlacher versus Zach Thomas. I think Zach Thomas is better, but Brian Urlacher, if you look at the numbers, there's a chart, and I'll put it right here. If you look at the numbers, they're similar. Thomas has some things over, Urlacher and vice versa, but they're kind of similar, and Brian Urlacher ended up being a first-time Hall of Fame candidate. So now Zach Thomas is a semifinalist, but when you look at the people he's going up against, Steve Atwater, Champ Bailey, Rondé Barber, Isaac Bruce, Tony Gonzalez, Torrey Holt, Edgerrin James, Jimmy Johnson also is up there for us Dolphin fans, Ty Law, John Lynch, Ed Reed, Richard Seymour, Hines Ward, Darren Woodson. It's crazy that all these guys are going into the Hall of Fame. I grew up watching all these guys play football. I'm getting old. Time's scary, anxiety attack. But anyway, so I thought I'd let you guys know I'm going to be rocking my Zach Thomas jersey this weekend, watching the Colts-Dolphins game. Hope they win. Oh, the Dolphins need to win this game to just prove to the world that, yeah, we may suck, but we're not that bad. If that makes any sense. Another thing I wanted to talk about was this video. I'm going to put it over here. That's of Albert Wilson walking. He's got crutches and he's not walking well. He is not. I know I made a video a while back talking about the potential of him coming back in December. I know one of you guys commented, hey, he has the potential to come back in December. Seeing him walk like that, he's done. He's not coming back. So I know one of you guys asked, hey, what's the update on Albert Wilson? That's your update. He's not coming back. He's banged up and he needs to rehabilitate and hopefully get back. So, yeah. And the last thing I just wanted to bring up and I wanted to talk about, the fact that Jakeem Grant is injured is huge. Not only is it huge because he was our speed, wide receiver, he would always get open somehow. It's huge because he was our kick and punt returner. And now they're saying that Danny Amendola is going to be taking over for that. Probably punts, and Balaj will probably do kickoff returns. But it's huge because of the games that he won us with his kick returns. So it's going to really suck not having him back there. But hey, next year we'll have Albert Wilson and Jakeem Grant, and now we know what they can do together. And I'm just going to play something for you guys real quick, just so you guys can feel happy about the future and sad that they're both gone for this season. Five things the Miami Dolphins have to do to beat the Indianapolis Colts. And at the end, I'll tell you what my score prediction is, and you obviously know that I think the Dolphins are going to win, but here, at the end, you get my score prediction. So let's start it off with number one. Number one is we got to get to Andrew Luck. We got to sack him. We got to get in his head. We got to disrupt him. Andrew Luck, so they're on a 4-game winning streak, right? They went 1-5. They won 4 straight, and now they're 5-5. For 5 games, 5 straight games, Andrew Luck was sacked 0 times. Andrew Luck has been sacked 0 times in 5 games. They need to get at Andrew Luck. They need to make him very uncomfortable, and they need to pressure him. T.Y. Hilton is ridiculously good, and he's fast. You don't want him running all over the field. You don't want to give Andrew Luck time to hit him deep. That's going to be another number. But we got to get to Andrew Luck. We got to disrupt Andrew Luck, and we got to get in his face. We did that with some quarterbacks that we've played. We got in their face. We got disruptive. Aaron Rodgers, we got disruptive. With the Packers game, we could have won that game if we would have just scored touchdowns instead of field goals. But, you know, we have the potential to be disruptive and get in their face, especially after a bye. So that's number one. Number two is we got to stop the big plays. I just talked about T.Y. Hilton. I just talked about the face of Andrew Luck. We got to stop the big plays. That's running and passing. We got to stop it. The way to win this game for the Dolphins is on the lines. This time, I'm talking about the defensive line. We got to stop the big runs. We got to stop the runs, and we need to get pressure and stop the big pass plays. We do that, there's a very good chance of winning the game. But other things have to play in as well. What are those other things, you may be asking me? Number three, we got to protect Ryan Tannehill. He's now back after 5 weeks of not playing. He's now back with his, you know, his shoulder's not 100%. It's about 80 to 90%. But it's good enough to play, and even him at 80 to 90% is better than Brock Osweiler at 100%. And if you disagree with me, go ask and go read every beat writer that's talking about the Dolphins and how they're all saying the same thing. Ryan Tannehill, you got to protect this dude. Are they going to run him? I don't see why not. You know, have him roll out a few times, have him do his option plays, have him do all that stuff, but protect him. When he's in the pocket, give him time to scan the field, give him time to throw. This dude in practice has been making some great throws and deep throws and throws to Bryce Butler. Hearing very good things about Bryce Butler and how quickly he's picking up this offense. So, protect Ryan Tannehill. Number four, run the ball, but effectively run the ball. Now, we've talked about this time and time again. A lot of people don't like the fact that Frank Gore is getting more carries than Kenyon Drake, but I understand why it's happening. Frank Gore is giving you guaranteed plus yardage. First down, we hand it off, it'll be 2nd and 8. Minimum 2nd and 8. Third, you know, we need, with this offense, well, with Brock Osweiler, I don't know about Ryan Tannehill now, but with this offense, we need short third downs. Our third downs are caca, and our red zone is caca. So we need effectively running the ball, and that's why Gore is getting it more than Drake. Drake, I'm not saying they're the same players, but Drake is like Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders would lose you 5-6, but then he'd get you 30. It's always like back, forward, back, forward. He would take 2 steps back, 10 forward. And yeah, that works, but it doesn't work with this offense, especially when we suck on third downs and red zones. So we got to run the ball effectively. I don't care if it's Blige, I don't care if it's Perry, I don't care if it's Gore, I don't care if it's Drake. I just want to run effectively, stay on the field, make this Colts defense tired, and just run the ball. Take it out of Ryan Tannehill's hands. Take it out of the chance of him taking big hits, and run the ball. Because once you run the ball, you got play actions, you got Tannehill rolling out, you feed into Tannehill's strength, and we start scoring touchdowns. And that goes into the 5th and final thing the Miami Dolphins have to do to beat the Indianapolis Colts. Score! You would think that me saying that is redundant and stupid. Of course, Doug, the Dolphins need to score to beat the Indianapolis Colts. What are you, an idiot? No! They need to score touchdowns. You got to get in the red zone and be effective and score a touchdown. No field goals. I'm sick and tired of field goals. Score touchdowns. On offense. Defense, there were some games you guys shit the bed and you did really bad. But there's games that you won us the game. Hands down won us the game. The Jets game, you won us those 2 games. So, we got to score. In the red zone, we got to be good on third downs. And yeah, I feel like if the Dolphins do these 5 things, if this defensive line is disruptive, we stop the run, we get in Andrew Luck's face, and we don't give him time. We run the ball effectively, take it out of Tannehill's hands, take it out of him potentially getting pressure, utilizing the play action rollouts, and we score. I honestly think we'll win this game. These 5 things need to happen. The defense needs to play good. They don't need to be lights out. They just need to play good and limit this Colts offense, and the offense needs to produce. And the Dolphins will win. How much will they win by? 24-17, the Dolphins will win by. If the Dolphins score 24 points, I honestly think that they'll win. Now, I might sound like an idiot, A lot of you Colt fans might tell me I'm stupid. I know you don't know what you're talking about. What worries me about this Colts team is the way Andrew Luck's playing. He's thrown 3 touchdowns in the last 7 games. He's been playing real good. Their guard is just completely destroying people. And they're just real hot right now. You don't win 4 straight games in the NFL and just brush it off like it's nothing, you know? But there's always that rise and there's always a hiccup. And I think that this is the hiccup for the Colts. I think the Dolphins are going to go in there. I think the Dolphins will win. And I think a lot of people don't think the Dolphins are going to win, just like they didn't think they beat the Bears. So, picking the Dolphins to win. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Am I talking out of my ass? Do I not know what I'm talking about? Comment below. Let me know. Speaking of comments, I'm going to Twitter this time. Get to your comment of the day. This one comes to Alex Has Friends. And he says, DouglieDoWrong. The Dolphins have 4 quarterbacks in their depth chart. Ryan Tannehill, Brock Lobster, David Fales, and Luke Falk. Is there any quarterback the Dolphins can afford to lose to increase our salary cap for free agency in 2019? Right now we have four quarterbacks on the team. One of them's on IR, which is Falk. We have David Fales, Brock Osweiler, and Ryan Tannehill. The only one of those 3 that has taken any type of cap hit when it comes to 2019 is Ryan Tannehill. It's going to cost us about $26 million next year. Depending on how he plays on the final 6 games of the season will depend on if they keep him and how much will they keep him. I'm hearing a lot of things. Omar Kelly tweeted this out, that the word around the NFL is when it comes to free agent quarterbacks, top of the list right now is Teddy Bridgewater, right? If Ryan Tannehill gets cut and if Ryan Tannehill becomes a free agent, a lot of you guys are going to be like, that's stupid, you don't know what you're talking about. This is what is being talked around the NFL, and Omar Kelly tweeted this. Teddy Bridgewater's here. If Ryan Tannehill gets cut, becomes a free agent, they put him above Teddy Bridgewater because he has more playing experience and all that jazz. So, when it comes to this question and it comes to cap hits and, which quarterback, you say to Ryan Tannehill, look, we let him go, he's gone. He'll be on Jacksonville, he'll be on 49ers, he's gone. He's going to sign a contract with someone else, guaranteed. Restructure his contract so his contract isn't that much next year. Now, all depends on how he plays and if the Dolphins decide to stick with him, but Adam Gase does love his dude, so he's most likely probably going to be on the team next year, so they're going to shake him down. If not, you can trade Ryan Tannehill and you can pick up. You'll be surprised at the pick that the Dolphins could probably pick up by trading Ryan Tannehill. Because like I said, with Ryan Tannehill being on the trade market, he would be a very hot commodity for these teams like Buffalo, Jacksonville. All these teams that are needy at quarterback, Ryan Tannehill will be a hot commodity. I know you might think I'm crazy, but thank you for the comment. Like usual, guys, follow me on Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter, that's cool. If you do, follow me on Twitter. If you create one to follow me on Twitter, I love you. You're the best in the world. No one's ever going to keep you down. That's on. Follow my second channel, The Bit Boys. We play a video every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's coming to Christmas time. We got Christmas episodes coming out special for you. I know a lot of you guys have gone over and subscribed. And you guys are amazing for that. A lot of you guys commented below saying, hey, I subscribed. Can I get a wristband? And you're amazing for that. And for all those people that commented that, I subscribed, can I get a wristband? And you did subscribe. Here's your wristbands. Here's your packages. I will be mailing out wristbands. And I know that there's some subscribers that have subscribed in the past and sent me their address to send them wristbands. You're going to get a wristband. Don't you worry your pretty little face. I promise you. Everyone who subscribed and told me and sent me their address is getting a wristband. If you subscribed and you didn't, tell me. Or if you want a wristband, just go over, check out the channel. If you like it, subscribe. Tell me you subscribed. I'll get your address and I'll send you a wristband. I'm sending everyone wristbands. This one though, the Bit Boys one, not my Dolphins one. That's low-key and I have no control over that. This video a thumbs up because the Dolphins are coming off a bye. The Dolphins are healthy. The Dolphins are energized. Why are they energized? Because Ryan Tannehill's back. I know a lot of you guys hate Ryan Tannehill. Look, I'm indifferent. I think out of the options we have now, he's the best option and he's the best option for us to win. Do I think he will get us to the Super Bowl and beyond? No. But right now, I think he's our best option. He's way better than Brock Osweiler. So give this video a thumbs up because the Dolphins have a good chance. A lot of people think the Dolphins have no chance to beat the Colts. They're like 9.5-point underdogs. I think they have a good chance. I think that they'll show up. I think they're fully rested and they're ready to go. And I like what our chances are. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I do these videos every Wednesday's picks. Then I do the pre's, I do the posts, and I do little videos in between. Come off season, I got free agent stuff planned. So if you're not just a Dolphin fan, subscribe. Other than that, like usual, I will see you guys Sunday after the game. Hopefully, please, baby Jesus, with a win. If we lose, our playoff chances are going from like 50% to get in to like 4. So, hopefully I'll see you guys with a win after Sunday. And like usual, stay classy. Fins up.